So in this week, we studied three most important sounds in French: un, un, et on. And we also looked at the words, how to write these sounds, the spellings. So if we happen to come across un, so it's written with in or im in English, ou bien im ou en en français. We can also write that sound with ain, aim. So in French, it's a, en, a, em, and also with en in English, ein, and the last one is un. So all these they make a sound in French. Then we looked at some examples like matin, jardin, train, humain, fin to consolidate our learning. We also learned that if n, if there is letter B that follows this sound, n becomes m. Example, sample. So in which the sound is followed by letter P, so the N becomes M. Sample. Possible. Sound is same. You don't pronounce N or M, but if it's followed by letter P or B, then N becomes sorry, N becomes M. M exactly. And this rule also applies in the second category, that's sound. So these are the examples. Ange, prince, lamp, vampire. So you see here, so lamp has a P here after that sound. So it becomes M instead of N. Generally it's N, but if it's followed by P or B, and then that N changes to M. Why it's important to know? Because we don't pronounce N or M, right? We just say So N is nasal. We don't pronounce that out. So that's why it's good to know if we have P or B, then it will be an M. Other than that, it will be N. But there are some exceptions, of course. In French, it's like bonbon. Bonbon is a candy. So here is N, and that's the exception that I came across. But I'm sure that there might be some others. So I'll add to the list if I happen to see those examples. Apart from that, if you have any questions up to now, please feel free, and I can reply those questions.
Oh no, it's good. Can move on.
Perfect, perfect, awesome. So I think Gargi, it's good as well. And then we kind of watched different videos on the same concept, so to consolidate our learning further. And we specifically talked about this video where they mentioned about the position of the lips when we pronounce this sound. So that was pretty awesome. And apart from that, we did some basic commands in French. So in that, we use imperative. So what is imperative? So I will briefly talk about it. So first of all, I asked you to learn just the present tense. Okay, it's present indicative. So up till now, What we have done is we have done first category verbs ending in er, second category ending in er, ir in English, and third category ending in er. There are many more verbs ending in differently in the third category that we have not covered yet, but we will do that later stage. So, and I also asked you to just learn the present tense of indicative up till now. We have not touched other tenses, okay? And because they are not used often. So, I asked you to just focus on the present tense of indicative. Now, we are moving a step further. So, I'm asking you to also look into the imperative. Imperative form, just the present tense of these verbs. What are they? It's so how are they helpful? They are helpful to make some commands or some requests, and we don't need to tell the subject. So in the present indicative here, we need to tell the subject je parle, tu parles, il parle, nous parlons, vous parlez, il parle. But in this case, imperative present, the subject is already known. We know that this parle is for tu, deuxième personne au singulier. It's just that we get rid of s here, then we write it, just then we command parle plus fort, parlez plus fort. Okay, in the writing, but the pronunciation, is same, right? The pronunciation, if you look at the pronunciation, it's je parle, tu parles, il parle, pluriel. Donc, il n'y a aucune différence. It's no difference. So same. The pronunciation is same, parle, but it's au deuxième, second person singulier. So you have to get rid of s in writing. So that's the rule that applies in regular verbs, but in the non-regular verbs, it changes. I can give you some examples as well for that. So see, so nous parlons, it's the same. So it's when we are in a group, and I don't need to say nous parlons for. I can just simply say parlons, parlons-y, let's speak, and parlons à ce sujet. So if I want to, if we are talking in a group, and then I want to ask you guys, let's talk about this subject, I can directly say parlons à ce sujet. I don't need to say nous parlons à ce sujet. Getting it? So it's just a direct order, or maybe so in the family settings we use it a lot. Like example, so we are in a table dining together. So I have my family or my brother or my son or my daughter. I'm gonna say, pass me the sal. Give me salt, please. Pass me the jule. Give me milk, please. So I do not want to. It's a bit concise. So if you are in a company setting, so in Quebec, it's a cultural thing that you use to. So if I were to speak with my boss, I will say, so in Punjabi, ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਮੇਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਸੁਣ, ਏਦਾਂ ਏਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਹਨਾ. So it's more direct. So I don't say ਤੁਸੀਂ ਐਂ ਕਰੋ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਕਰੋ. I just say to. So this in that context is very useful. So when the boss or the leader asks to do certain things, you can say directly, pesa, means do this, pepasa, don't do this. So it's more direct, and you don't need to waste too much time to say to complicate things. It's very simple, it's direct. It could be an order, it could be a request, it could be both, depending on the tone of voice. Example, if I were to say the same thing in a harsh way, pesa, good, pesa, listen, do this. But in a soft voice, I would say, pesa चलते play, आप खमिए, please do this in first. So you see, same thing, but tone of voice, it changed a lot. So what is the objective? Objective is to know that we use this quite often, and it helps us to give direct commands and direct orders. And the video that we did, so that was kind of same instructions in French, but there are also much useful phrases in daily learning. So to ask simple command and stuff. I think I did screenshots. Maybe it wrote somewhere. What were these 25? Yeah. So see. Écoutez-moi. That's imperative form. Écoutez. Parlez avec moi. Speak to me. Did you see vous here? There is no vous here. Generally, we write subject vous. Parlez plus fort. There is no vous. But we understood. It's for us only. Why? Because it's an imperative form. Répondez à mes questions. Reply to my questions. Lisez le livre. Read the book. So I didn't say vous lisez le livre. Before, when we did the present tense, we use subject and then verb conjugated with the subject, and then we did some addition in there, like I told you, preposition. Then we did build up the set. But this one was more direct. Écrivez, écrivez l'arrêt sur la tableau. Just write. I didn't say vous écrivez, right? So why I didn't say that? Because it's not wrong. It's imperative form. That's just present, just to give requests or give orders, and that's more concise and to the point. And the good thing is, we just have three subjects that do conjugate with this form. That's tu and nous, premier person au pluriel, et vous. So to briefly resume that, I also did a blog on this. I'll just show you quickly. So, okay, no, so yeah, so I just give, so it's for the second person, using singular person, second person singular, first person plural, that's nous, and second person plural, that's vous. So we use imperative just with these three. So to give orders or requests. And so here is a conjugation with the regular verbs. With you is parle, parlons, parlons à ce sujet, parlons du loisir. So let's talk about funny activities, pastime, or parlons du politique. Let's talk about politics. Finissons les sujets. Let's finish this work fast. Finissons vite. Let's finish fast. Allons-y. Let's go there. So allons is the verb aller, and allons with the nous. That's first person of plural. We can say. So when I say first person of plural, first person of singular, so it will be very much clear in your head. Okay, it will come up right away. So because I have practiced that a lot, in the beginning it might take some time, but you have to structure your brain in a way that you quickly get to that point. So it will be helpful to conjugate the verbs, and it will also help you to grasp new verbs or new things in French because you have a structure, clear structure in the head. So first one is for singular, second is for plural. So you know that three persons are singular. That's je, tu, il, or maybe elle or on, and then it's plural. It's nous, vous, il, or elle. So it's very much clear in your head, and then you say first person, okay, nous, and then you ask yourself, you just directly give the conjugation of that verb. It's helpful in the long run because then slowly and slowly you build things and then you make some relations. So I just want to give a strong foundation, and strong foundation is to keep the things simple. That we have just two things: singular, plural. Singular is je, tu, il. Plural is nous, vous, il. And then you know how to conjugate them. That should be second step. But first step should be you should ask yourself always: is it singular or plural? Then which person? First, second, third. First person is me, je. Second person is tu, and third person is il or elle or on, or maybe sa. If you're talking about a thing, sa. But anyway, we have not done that, so that's rarely used. But when we will do it, well, I'll just tell you about that. And so if there are some, we have done the list of 24 irregular verbs. So irregular verbs are conjugated in a different way, even in the subjunctive. I'm gonna show you a live example. So if I'm gonna look for the at conjugation, What I'm gonna get? L'impératif. Soit, soyons, soyez. So you will often read when you're traveling, often you will see in written on the notice boards, big, big letters. Soyez prudent. Be careful. So soyez is just be, okay? Be careful. But since it's imperative form, it's advising us, giving us orders. There is no subject. They just say, soyez prudent sur l'autoroute. Be careful on the route. And if you want to say that with you, that's sois prudent. Be careful. So in the restaurant, when people, it's written maybe before let's, there are some houses where people have dogs, les chiens. Donc on va mentionner dehors. We'll write it before that. So, sois prudent. Be careful. Il y a un chien en dedans. There's a dog inside. So sometimes people just write it just like that so that there are no, you know, people don't steal things. Chor nu ki kehndे, I don't know in English. But they generally use this strategy imperative form of the verbs. So être we have done from before, and so very important verb that we use a lot is savoir. It's also an irregular verb. So its imperative is sache, sachons, sachez. First of all, I'll revise the indicative form that we have done already. Je sais, tu sais, il sait, nous savons, vous savez, ils savent. And then directly coming to the imperative form in the present tense is sache, sachons, sachez. Example, sache que tu dois faire ça. Know that you must do that. Sache que tu dois passer ton examen. Know that you must pass your exam. So if I were to say that in English, that sorry, in the indicative form, I would say vous savez que vous devez passer l'examen. You know that you should pass your exam. That's that conveys the message, but that's a bit long, right? So to be say the same thing in concise way. So sachez que vous devez passer l'examen. It means know that you must pass this. So three verbs I could say, but there are many that are used a lot with être that we have done. Avoir, bien sûr, of course, avoir is always there. So, so you know this by heart. J'ai, tu as, il a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, and it's imperative. I, ayons, ayez. So in writing, generally we see this. Okay. So since we are just moving ahead, so I ask you now to look at the present simple. You'll cram these irregular verbs, regular verbs by heart by now, and start looking. Okay, whenever you have time, Google it or maybe start writing in your notes somewhere. What is the imperative form of at least most usually used verbs? So that's avoir, être, savoir, faire. So let's see, faire. Okay, it's the same, right? Fait, faisons, faites. It's the same. It's fait, faisons, faites. So there's no difference. So you will see that it's not hard. And for the specifically for the first category, so like parlay, like we did parlay, it's very easy. Parlay is tu parles, okay, nous parlons, vous parlez, going to imperative. So you see, just second category, just remove the s, but the way we speak it, it's just the same. Parle, parlons, parlez. So with practice, we'll get there, but just to let you know that this is what we have done. And there are other examples. So see, all of these commands, they are imperatives. Arrêtez, rangez vos affaires, taisez-vous. So this is not, but. travaille seul, travailler à deux, venez au tableau. This is not imperative. Vous avez compris? Vous avez compris? Have you understood? So next time you ask me questions, please try to use these sentences and the ones that we have studied, like Purechu me repte silte play. Purechu me play silte play. So it means, could you please spell that for me? Could you please repeat that? S'il vous plaît, s'il te plaît, merci is thank you, Doria is your welcome, Enchante is nice to meet you. And yeah, any questions up to now, please? All good? So if everything good, then we can move ahead watching the video that we were watching yesterday, and then we will do exercises based on that. But before that, if you want to practice this once more, the pronunciation that we have done yesterday, we can have 5-10 minutes on this. And if not, then I can show you a video and then we can move forward further. Let me know, please. Harumi, so
कुछ नहीं तेरे पास मैं सोच
how
रहा बहुत ज्यादा आप कर लिया so just like
Jimmy?
no it's just overthinking कि आप कर तब बहुत ले but like मैं catch up करना था they सोच रहे हैं कि वे catch up करिए ना
देखो यार ये बड़ी नॉर्मल ਗੱਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਵੀ ਜੇ ਮੈਂ if I look at my past right ਨੂੰ ਟਾਈਮ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ but I was blessed to be surrounded by the community ਇੱਕ ਮੇਰੀ I was blessed to be surrounded by the community but weak point ਇਹ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ I didn't have people who guide me in Punjabi and tell me what to do exactly what not to do so I did a lot of effort by myself ਦੇਖੋ ਜੇ ਹੁਣ if I were you ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਏਜ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਇਸ ਯੂ ਆਰ ਨਾਟ ਲਾਈਕ ਅਬਵ 40 so your mind is very flexible you can learn things in rapidly you're quick learners. A disadvantage is this, I agree you are not surrounded by a francophone environment but biggest advantage is that I give you the best videos best content I give you my experience 5-6 years learning French. I'm someone who has learned French from scratch. If you ask me I had no experience before I did not speak French before. Yeah, 5 years back zero. So that's a big advantage. It's everything comes with pros and cons, right? So you look at your factors. You have very strong factors that, and we have IT experience as well. So I give you the best videos from. Let's say we're talking about the idioms, and let's talking about pronunciation, sounds. These are best videos out there on the internet. Best videos on YouTube that I give you for just like that. You know, we experience, we learn from them, and then that's normal. 6 I don't. If you don't speak 6 months, if you don't give me good responses, you make errors, lot of errors. That's completely fine. I'm not gonna penalize you for that. But only thing I want is please make an effort. Be you will see in time that you will see you grow, and your the button will click. Yes, I can speak. That's automatic. But every day counts, right? So make every day count. Whatever you can, just please do an effort. You know your circumstances a lot better than than me. So what I would suggest is keep on doing whatever you're doing. I can see a positive. I can see the positivity. I can see that you guys show up. I can see that you have passion for learning French, and that's what I need. That's what I want from you. Apart from that, I am also doing my effort, and let's give us some time, let 5 6 months, and then we'll see the result for sure. But that don't get disheartened with something that you don't understand. We will repeat. You have material online. You have notes with you. You have YouTube videos. So just do that, and step by step, we'll try to consolidate the learnings what we have done. Okay. So if you want to participate and get activated, we can maybe practice some phrases that I wrote, and then we can move ahead. If not, I can continue. Whatever you say, up to you. Gargi, are you there?
Yes, yes.
So last time we did practice this. I remember that you did that. Rumi was unwell yesterday, so I think he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to do that again, feel free. And after that, we have some sentences that we need to speak. They're the same sounds, but in the form of sentences, complete sentences. And then we will move back to the yesterday's video where we were doing avoir expressions. Okay. So, okay. If you want to start, please go ahead. Just take 2 minutes. So please help me to pronounce these better.
No, no. And only. Right, wrong. No, none. Candra, jungle, jungle, pro, 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 pro.
So, parlez plus fort.
Can you repeat?
Parlez plus fort. Speak loudly.
Can you hear me now?
Hmm?
No, no. Eglo, oglo, rock,
Okay, wait. Okay, so this one, first one in here. So, first one is the word that you need to pronounce, and to help you, this is how it's pronounced. It's pronunciation. Same in here, same everywhere. Angle, angle. So this is on the same. This is how it's written. This is how it's pronounced. Okay. So you just need to do it once only. It's just for your help. But there are two words in each line. So first line we have la and long. Second one it's angle, ongle, ramp, romp, la, la, genre, jongle, bras, bras. Okay. Go ahead, please.
no, oglo, rock, la, jungle, jungle, rock, rock.
Okay. Do you wanna try?
Sure.
Okay.
Long, long, angle, ongle. Ram, Rom, Le, Lan, sorry, Lan, Lu, Jandra, Jandra. Equivalent que eu pronuncio again.
Jongle.
Jongle, Jongle, Bra, Broom,
It's almost the same. Bra.
mm. Bra,
So this person has done four categories, but anyway, it's almost the same. So third will be so bra.
Bra,
And so here, Rumi, I heard something. Okay, so
Jan,
this one here, this is also only la.
Lan,
Okay, so that was good, perfect. Okay, next one, please take turns, please.
Au,
Ancien. Uh-huh.
Ancien, Mat, I will say this Mat, Mat, Mat,
Month.
Mat, Dan,
Mm-hmm.
Dan,
Da.
Dan,
टी नहीं बोल रहे अपन da.
Dan,
Perfect. Gargi.
Asia, Ma, Ta, Da.
Yeah, so if you don't know, I can write the what it means besides. So it's ancient. So okay, exactly. Not. So it's mint. Second one is mint. Ma, ma, and then is tant is auntie. How is it? Tant. Sir du père ou de la mère. Brothers, brother sister. So brother sister. Okay, father's sister, father's or mother's sister. Da is teeth.
Dan, Dan.
Da, wait.
ईयरपिन सब चोरी किए हमसे
So tant is like aunt in English, and that's not complicated. This fathers or mother's sisters. Uh, okay. Anyway, so this is written here. So please go ahead, take turns.
माते माता
Mm-hmm.
अंत
Mm-hmm.
माँ
Mm-hmm.
आंसियाँ
Très bien. Gargi.
He, he, do I need to speak say?
Yeah, please.
Mother, Pam, Ma, Asia.
Ancien. Très bien.
आज
Très bien. So if you want to see what that means, so it's written here, morning to paint, cinema is hand, so ancien is ancient, ancient. So last one please, that's O sound.
Montagne, montagne, bon, bonbon,
Très bien.
पाँव बताओ रो बम बम
Okay, so it's montagne, montagne, montagne.
बताओ
Okay. So then we have the phrases. So based on first category, that's so I want your help, please, to pronounce these. So you can do first five and then next up to you. So we have two lists up to you. Who is gonna start? Please go ahead.
I'll start. La
Okay.
matin, je bois du thé. La jardin est plein de fleurs. Ma, mon cousin habite, habite à Paris.
Mhm,
La piscine a fermé aujourd'hui. Aujourd'hui, aujourd'hui, right?
mhm,
Le lapin mange de côté.
mhm,
La cuisine sent bon. J'ai mis le, j'ai mis le dans le train, le, le train.
mhm.
La médecin a très gentil.
Okay.
स्क्रॉल करिए थोड़ा पहले ला लवंग रूज दिली दिली délicieux.
Mhm,
La fin de la histoire a surprendre, surprendre, surprendre.
okay. It was good, but there are some errors. So first of all, do you want me to point out the errors, or do you want me to tell the meaning? If is it clear that what it means, everything, or do you have
No,
some questions? Okay,
अगर
which is not clear? So
tres the
pronunciation comes afterwards. Huh?
la matin je bois दूधी.
ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਚਾਹ ਪੀਣਾ.
Hmm.
ਇੱਥੇ verb boire it's conjugated with you. You is some tea ਤੇ partitive ਲੱਗਾ ਇੱਥੇ some tea. Okay. So first of all, let's understand the vocabulary and then we will concentrate on the pronunciation. Okay. The jardin a est plein de fleurs. Is it clear? The garden has lot of flowers.
My cousin lives in
Wow.
Paris.
Yep. Perfect.
ये वाला नहीं आया लापसी.
The swimming pool is closed today. Aujourd'hui means today. So this is the person is swimming pool. A ferme means closed, and aujourd'hui is today. right? Okay, next one. La
L-
lapin is rabbit. Okay,
Carrots.
rabbit eats. Yeah, rabbit eats the carrots. And next one is la cuisine sans bon. Is it clear? No. So
Any
the sans
cooking was good.
sans bon means smells good. So when you enter in a house
Hmm.
and somebody's cooking, and you could say la cuisine sans bon. This is a good smell. La cuisine जो तुम बना रहे हो, it smells good. Sans bon. When you're cooking somebody, let's when we Indians cook, we use a lot of spices, and when foreigners they used to see me and they go, oh, ça sent bon, la cuisine sent bon. So it means that it smells good because generally we add a lot of spices and masalas and into when we cook, so it smells good and a very typical smell. So j'aime lire dans la train. So it means that I love to read. Lire means to read in the train. So it's clear. Yeah. So next one is clear. Next one. So la médecin is from the vocabulary we did it's doctor. Et très gentil. It's very kind. Okay. So which the verb être. Très means very. Gentil means kind. La vin rouge est délicieux. La, so this is wine. Red wine is tasty, delicious. Same as in English. La fin de l'histoire est surprenante. So this means surprising. So history, the finish of the history. So if I were to tell a story, then the ending is surprising. The fin de l'histoire, the ending is surprising. That's what it means. If you want me to write it down, I can write it down, but up to you. Please let me know. Besides, I can write in English. If you have some doubts, I can repeat them, and then I'll come to pronunciation from what I from what Rumi missed, what I noticed. But before, first thing is you should know the vocabulary of these words, guys. That's the first thing. What it means and how it's formed and everything. So that's the first thing. Then we'll come to pronunciation. Should I write it in English? Should I? Is it okay? Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
Should I write it down or it's okay?
No, it's okay.
Perfect. Now comes the turn of the vocabulary. So Rumi, I heard you said that mon cousin habite à Paris. So Paris is an English word. So in French we say Paris. We don't pronounce S.
Party.
Yeah. Second one. So I think you have a difficulty in distinguishing between être and avoir. You said la jardin a plein de fleurs. So if you happen to say like this, then you're using avoir conjugated with il or L. But here we have être. So être is a, avoir is a. So please pay attention that you want to use which one and pronounce that accordingly. So I heard this 3 to 4 sentences. La piscine, you said a for me. It's a for me. Here, la médecin a gentil. No, it's a très gentil. It's être. Next. Next, I think you didn't say it well. J'aime, it's j'aime. Yeah, I think it's j'aime. Yes. I don't know. Sorry, what did you say exactly? But I the good one is j'aime. And then there was some problem with lire. J'aime lire dans la train. If you said it this way, that's perfect. But if not, then And this is done. And that's last one is Subhanat. Subhanat. Okay. Bravo. And Gargi, it's your turn now, please.
The sen-
Go ahead.
the sentences.
Yeah. Same 10. Yeah. Same 10 sentences. Before that, if you want me to, if you have not understood some of the meanings, I can again repeat. Please let me know.
uh, All the
All good? Okay. Perfect. Go ahead, please.
la mate ya boy to the la jardin plein de flots mon cousin habitait à Paris la la piscine piscine est fermée aujourd'hui le l'épine le pain mangue de carottes la cuisine c'est bon il y a même la dans le train le médecin médecin est très gentil le vin rouge est délicieux la fin de la histoire est suprême. Next time, mute. ਤੁਸੀਂ mute ਹੋ ਗਏ
So it's not J. Okay. So it's Je. Here, first one.
Yeah.
I heard je bois. Okay, it's je. It's je bois.
Okay.
Okay, so it's je bois. Jaya. It's je bois. That should come here. And then I heard habiter. It's not habiter. So mon cousin. The verb is habiter. Yes. Then we have to conjugate the verb with the third person of singularity. Mon cousin habite. Habite à Paris. So I heard habiter. So it's habite. Mon cousin habite à Paris. So then I think the difficulty to pronounce la piscine.
Piscine.
So la piscine,
Piscine.
piscine,
Piscine.
la piscine.
Piscine.
Yeah, it's swimming pool. Yeah, exact. So then it's aujourd'hui.
Aujourd'hui.
Yeah, aujourd'hui.
Aujourd'hui.
Très bien. And then it was j'aime. So
Oh,
remember the same बात थी कि तू दोनों बोलते हो j'aime. It's not j'aime. It's verb conjugate.
yeah.
Verb हैगा aimer. Then it's with. So we removed because it starts with a vowel. Then we had to get it together, and then we conjugated the verb with the first person. J'aime lire dans la train. Okay, and then it's gentil. La médecin est très gentil.
Shanti.
And then so you don't need to pronounce X here. Delicio. That's it.
Delicious.
And then it's not history, it's histoire.
La
Histoire.
histoire.
L'histoire. Parce que it's L apostrophe, so it's l'histoire.
Histoire.
So, okay, what is good thing I'll tell you also. So you did not make those errors like with le and la. That was perfect. That's a really good thing. So bravo for that.
And
Nice.
the
So
last one,
all you said
Suprayam,
supra supranant
Supranam,
supranant. Okay.
Supranam.
Moving forward. So please take turns here.
Can I do it first?
Yeah, yeah.
Le vent souffle faux ce matin. Mon enfant adore les bonbons. La printemps, la printemps arrive bientôt. Le pain sent bon. Le temps de soy, de soy euh, est agréable. Le pantalon est trop grand. Le pain du pas stocké, stocké. Le stepan glisse dans le sable. Le marchand vend des fruits. Le géant est très grand.
Okay. So très bien. It was fluid, but some errors. So this mata. So I think I heard something else. So it's a sound that of that we've done before.
Uh-huh.
So in it's le mata. Say mata.
Mata.
Lava. Sa. Okay. That was an error. First error. So before that, so is do you want me to tell you the meanings? Is it clear, like what it means, everything?
Mm, yeah, right.
Okay. So la vent souffle fort ce matin means the wind is strong. Wind blows strongly today. Mon enfant adore les bonbons. My child loves sweets. Les printemps arrivent bientôt. Printemps is spring season, I think. Spring is coming soon. Le pain frais sent bon. The fresh bread smells good. I think smell is a bad word used for smell. That's bad. I, I, I know there's a good word for other word for the smell. That's good. Fragrance. It's the fresh bread gives good fragrance. Has good fragrance. Well, this is not a word to word translation. Yarumi, please go ahead.
Nothing.
Okay. So this is not a word to word translation. So it's according to the context. So, but I tell you that this is kind of what we say in English and French. Les chants des oiseaux est agréable. The chant, so when the bird singing, the sound of birds is agreeable, is agreeable, or it's good, kind of. La pantalon est trop grand. So the jeans is too big, or the pant, la pantalon. Could be any jeans or cargo or anything, la pantalon. Simple. Le banc du parc est occupé. The bench in the park is occupied. La serpent glisse dans la sable. Snake slides in the sand. La marchand vend des fruits. So market So store in the market, store sells the fruits. Lagia, Lagia. Okay, so it's a person who is known by his qualities, by his good qualities. So Lagia, I don't know the exact translation in English. I'm not Google translation. Giant. So giant is already the it's understood. So this phrase is not correct. Let's just not do it. Giant is understood. It's giant means big only. So why we kind of qualify? So this phrase is not technically. Coming back to the errors. So printemps. So numéro 3, le printemps arrive bientôt. So le printemps arrive bientôt. So arrive, okay. So here arrive comes from the verb arriver that's conjugated in relation to the third person, troisième personne au singulier. C'est quoi? Le printemps. Il arrive bientôt. Bientôt means soon. Could be in some days. Okay, so this one here is the verb sentir. La pain frais, c'est la troisième personne au singulier. Il et ça means feels good. So don't worry if you don't know. That's a bit advanced. We have not done that, but that would add to your vocabulary list. Okay. La chant des oiseaux. So here, please keep in mind that it's ending in S and starting with O. We have les eaux est agréable. So we have a liaison here also. Les chants des oiseaux est agréable. Okay, it's
Est
the
agréable.
est agréable.
Est agréable.
Est agréable, exact.
And the first one is the soil. Des
Des
soils.
oiseaux. Des
Oiseaux.
oiseaux. So oiseaux is the are the birds. So it's plural. Des oiseaux. Oiseaux. So perhaps I would write it like that. Oiseau. 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 Sassa zaza. I don't know exactly. So it's sassa zaza जज्जा ससा इकट्ठे करके बोलने हैं oiseau, right? Perhaps you know better how to write Punjabi, but so I cannot come something better than that. But I know it's not the exact. That's not. I would pronounce it Punjabi. Something different. Oiseau, oiseau. So if I write that, that would be oiseau. It's not oiseau. It's oiseau. Perhaps with Z, Z, I think it goes better. Oiseau. Perhaps it sounds better. Oiseau. Yeah, perhaps. And le pantalon est trop grand. It was good. So les bancs du parc est occupé. So it's a liaison here. Est occupé. I think you missed the liaison with verb être conjugué au troisième personne du singulier and occupé. So it gets start the vowel. So it's a liaison. Est occupé. And the last error, what I heard was les marchands vendent des fruits. Des fruits. Okay. So you can start, Rumi.
Des fruits. Oh, fruits.
Des fruits. So in French, it's des fruits. Mhm. Des fruits.
Fruit.
Yeah, exact.
La marchand when one des fruits. La marchand one des fruits. सही pronounce किया था मैं?
It was good, but let's start from the beginning, or maybe start from down up. It's up to you. Want to start from down up? That's fine. But
No, no.
please go
Yeah.
on. I'll tell you your errors after that, right?
ਇਹਦੀ sound ਲਿਖ ਦੋ ਵੀਰੇ like ਆ ਆ ਆ ਹੈ
अच्छा,
या
ਇਹਦੀ sound ਇਹ ਦੂਜਾ ਹੈ ਇਹ sound is
ਆ
like
ਹੈ ਨਾ ਆ या
let's revise, no problem, let's revise. So ਆਪਾਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਫਸਟ ਜਾਣੇ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਦੇ, so this one is that sound. So you will say am, an, en, em. Let's check. ਆਹੀ ਨੇ?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Lava.
so ਆਹੀ ਨੇ ਨਾ?
Yeah.
ਦੂਜਾ ਹੈ। So it's a, which ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਆਇਆ ਸੀ ਇੱਕ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਲਿਖਤਾ ਮਾਤਾ, that's green color. I am.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like, yeah, yeah. Lava. Sulfur. Lava sulfur. Se mata. Moinfa. Adore. Le bonbon. Mon. How will you do the conjugation? Moinfa. Monfa.
So conjugation, so it's with the mon enfant is singular. Mon enfant means he, il.
Yeah.
So you can say il avec il, troisième personne du singulier. So adore. Adorer, the verb is adorer. So j'adore, it's the first category verb. J'adore, tu adores, il adore,
Adore.
nous adorons, vous adorez, il adore.
J'adore. Enfin. La bonbon.
Mhm. नहीं ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਹੁਣ ਕਿਹਾ j'adore enfant les bonbons ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆਇਆ
नहीं नहीं मैं ਏਦਾਂ ਹੀ
ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ
ਹਟੋ
ਕਹਿਣਾ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਫਿਰ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਵੀ j'adore les bonbons ਜੇ ਆਪਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ let's replace this, okay, let's replace this. So ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ sentences mon enfant adore les bonbons. bonbons. Let's say अब मैं ਗੱਲ करनी है आपदी. First of all, let's replace this pronoun complement il adore les bonbons. Let's replace this now. J'adore les bonbons. I love the candies. Then you can play with that. And if you want to change it with nous adorons, then you have to change the verb as well. Yeah, that's it.
la la prend la prend fuck this is tough one la prend था अराय मेरा आर नहीं चंगा रेव bento lapin frais sans bon. Le chat dois oh, fuck. एस कर देंगे डी रख देंगे राइट दूसरा राइट
कोई नहीं, तुम गलत बोलो, no problem, you can speak wrong, so I'll correct
लाशां
you, no
दूसरा
problem.
ए लाशां दूसरा ए agréable agréable la plantain est trop grande la banque du parc est occupe le sapin glissait dans le sable le marchand vend des fruits
Because we have to do very important topic today, idioms. We have to cover that. So quickly, I'll tell you the mistakes. So it's les bonbons, okay? Mon enfant adore les bonbons. And then you said arrivé, I think. Le printemps arrivé. So I heard something not good. So arrive bientôt. Il arrive bientôt, right? Le printemps arrive bientôt. And it's des oiseaux here. Les chants des oiseaux est agréable. And then there is liaison. Because after S is O, after T it's A. So there are two liaisons here. Les chants, le chant des oiseaux est agréable. Then it's pantalon, le pantalon. And then also here is a liaison, est occupé. Les bancs du parc est occupé. And then here's la marchand vend des fruits.
fruits
Moving forward, so if we were here looking at this video from yesterday, let's watch this video for 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, and then we'll practice. These are very useful phrases and verbs that we use, okay?
French idioms, which I find really useful. So keep watching. If you want the support guide for this lesson, you can join our community and you will get the support guides. Okay, just click on the join button below. Right, let's have a look at common French phrases. I am going to stick to two verbs that you will find in idioms or phrases, common phrases that we use in French. The two verbs I'm going to use is are avoir and faire. Now, avoir means to have and faire means to do or to make. But put this verb together with another word and it creates what we call an idiom. So I would like with you to have a look at a few common idioms and whether you can spot them in sentences. And that will be the exercise today. Now let's have a look at some common French phrases. Let's start with some phrases with the verb avoir. Now, avoir on its own means to have. But when it is put with another word, okay, depending, I mean, not any words, but some words, it means something different. So, let's have a look at avoir faim. Avoir faim means to be hungry. And la faim means the hunger. Okay, but put them together, avoir faim means to have hunger. But of course, in English, you would say to be hungry. And this is where the confusion is a lot of the time with English speakers wanting to learn French or speak French, is that they will tend to translate I am hungry using to be. Je suis faim. But it doesn't work. Use avoir. Okay? Avoir soif. Same for that. To be thirsty. So I have thirst. Avoir peur. To be scared. I have fear. So j'ai peur. Avoir raison. To be right. I have right. Okay. Avoir froid ou avoir chaud. To be cold or hot. So I have cold. I have hot. Avoir besoin de. I have need of. Okay, and avoir besoin de means to need. Avoir envie de, to want or to feel like. I have a feeling of. Okay, now there's obviously lots more using avoir. Okay, but we are going to concentrate on these as an example. Okay, we will see in a minute of how we use them in context. With faire. Faire is a funny one. Faire, I think I have done a video on 100 idioms using faire, if my memory serves me right. But it's an odd one because we do a lot of things in French. So we use the verb faire and then add a noun to it, and then it becomes an idiom. Okay, so be aware in sentences, be aware in conversation that it could be that the person who you are talking to does not refer to the faire as in the verb to make, but as in, for example, to scare someone. Such example, you will see here, faire peur à, to scare. So if someone says, oh, je t'ai fait peur, that means, did I scare you? Okay, and it has the verb faire. So try to associate faire with words that come next to it and see whether they are actually idioms. Now, faire chaud. In the weather, it's terrible. We use faire all the time. Faire froid, faire frais, faire mauvais. So to be hot, cold, chilly. So il fait chaud, it's hot. Il fait froid, it's cold. Il fait beau, it's sunny. Il fait mauvais, it is not nice. Okay? Faire mal à, to hurt someone. Je fais mal à mon chien. I hurt my dog. Not purposefully, obviously. Faire attention, to be careful. To be careful. Faire exprès, to do something on purpose. Faire semblant, to pretend. Okay, so you can see that here, for example, you have to pretend in English, but we have two words, faire and then semblant. I mean, put faire on its own, that means to do, to make. But put it with semblant, it means to pretend. And this is what I mean by common idioms. Here we're not talking about crazy idioms. We're talking about phrases that are used commonly on a daily basis in French. Okay, so what would be good is for you to be to be reminded of how we conjugate avoir in a present tense, because the reason why I said that is because when you are going to do, for example, avoir faim, can you see that? Avoir faim here. Well, you can't use it to have or to be hungry. You've got to say, I am hungry. And the way you are going to do that is by knowing how to conjugate avoir in the present tense. So here we go. What am I doing? Here's that. J'ai, I have. Okay, can you say that? Tu as, you have. Il a, elle a, on a, she, he, one has. Nous avons, we have. Vous avez, you have. Ils, elles ont.
Learn French with Real French TV.
Non, c'est toi. C'est toi la putain de bonne actrice.
They have. Okay. Now, if we use avoir as an idiom in the context, we could say je pense que tu as besoin de. Now remember, avoir besoin de is to need, d'appeler le docteur. I think you need to call the doctor. And the way we've done this is where we know that the verb is avoir besoin de. Okay, avoir besoin de. And what we've done, we conjugated avoir, which is here into its infinitive form, and we have conjugated according to the subject, which is tu. And tu, using avoir, is tu as. Can you see that? So, tu as. It's not tu avoir, okay? Tu as. Tu as besoin. So, I think you need to call the doctor, okay? Let's have a look at faire now before we get on to do our phrases. Faire, to do or to make in the present tense. Je fais, I do, I make. Tu fais, you do, you make. It's the same, by the way. Il fait, elle fait, on fait. Okay. Nous faisons, vous faites, il et elle font. Okay. So, again, knowing how to conjugate faire doesn't hurt. I mean, I think this is one of the most important verbs, as well as avoir and être, that needs to be learnt in French. Anyways, okay? But then when you put faire with another word and it creates an idiom, it becomes more difficult. Okay, so the example of the use of an idiom using faire, for example, we could say fais attention sur la route. Fais attention sur la route. Be careful on the road. Be careful on the road, okay? So the way we've done that is we've taken faire, we have transported to you be careful on the road, which is tu fais attention sur la route. Here it's an imperative, it's an order, so we don't need the you be careful on the road, so be careful on the road, okay? Right, so we have done avoir and faire using idiom. What can you see here? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 sentences. I would like you now to try.
Quickly, so let's quickly see what we have done already. And so yesterday we were here, and so now that we know what our, so there are some expressions that we need to learn that are very useful to say simple things in French. So please keep in mind that these specific pas, soir, par, raison, foi, chaud, besoin de, envie de, we use avoir to say that. Okay. So if I were an Anglophone, I would say I'm hungry, which where I used être. I'm hungry, and être means to be, and then I would translate it to I'm hungry. But in French, we use avoir to say that. So if I'm hungry, I will say I have hungry. I have hungry. That's the translation. But that's how it works in French. We use avoir to say that. So yesterday you told me how the conjugation, because since we will be using these conjugations to make the sentences, so I asked you to cram these avoir, faire, and être by heart. And yesterday you told me this j'ai, tu as, il a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont. Faire, conjugation je fais, tu fais, il fait, nous faisons, vous faites, pardon, c'est mal trompé. Vous faites. Je vais regarder. Oui, vous faites, excuse, sans P. I was mistaken here. It's vous faites, ils font. And then être, je suis, tu es, il est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont. So that's the conjugation of these verbs. Now, so since we will be practicing with avoir, so I want you to first of all please learn that, and then we will make some simple sentences based on that. So this is the image I'm gonna copy here, and I want you to learn what means fa. Fa means to be hungry, so it's written in there. Soif means thirsty. Par means scared. Raison means right. Ha means cold. Chaud means hot. Besoin de means need. Envie de means like. And now I will make simple sentences in English that I need your help to translate me in French with avoir. So I am hungry. So are you hungry? Is he cold? Does he need help? Does he wants he feels like going out? So please tell me, please help me to make sentences in French. So with avoir. Now that you know avoir, faim means hungry. And now that you know that hungry we use to say it with avoir, how will I make a small sentence to say that I'm hungry in French? Please unmute yourself and help me. I'm stuck. Am I on mute? No, I'm not on mute. I can yesterday you did this, guys. Yesterday, you remember? You did this. I'm hungry, j'ai faim. Yesterday you
Yep.
told. Yeah, so please, same thing. Same thing. This is the list in front of you. How what should I write here? In French.
J'ai faim.
J'ai faim. Très bien. ਆਪਾਂ ਹੁਣੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਵਾ AIM ਹੋਵੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਆ ਜੇ ਫਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਊਗਾ ਜੇ ਫਾਂ
J'ai faim.
ਰਾਈਟ ਆਪਾਂ ਹੁਣੇ ਪੜਿਆ ਜੇ ਫਾਂ très bien ਜੇ ਫਾਂ how to ask somebody are you hungry?
Are you hungry?
Mm-hmm.
No. No, tu.
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, try. No, it could be wrong. No problem. Just try. Then I'll correct you, and then you will learn it. Good.
You. How you say are? At, right? No, that's an.
So now that you know that hunger, we have to do with avoir. So since you figured out that it's tu, then what should come with tu avoir? Avoir tu, what will come there? Conjugation of avoir with tu, what is that? What लगे हैं? अब कल पूरी
Ave,
वर्ड याद नहीं
ave,
पड़ा.
avez-vous faim?
Oui, avez-vous faim? Très bien. So that's if is a vous is in English it's you is you, it's you could be vous. Deuxième person au pluriel, deuxième person au singulier, it's no different, but in French we have a difference. English you means you, right? So, but in French we do have a difference. So you So avez-vous faim? Très bien. And there is another way to say that, right? Est-ce que, est-ce que, it means what? Remember in the beginning that we have done how to ask questions in French. So that we have done. I can show you the list now. Est-ce que tu as faim? And if you're asking with vous, then it will be est-ce que vous avez faim? Right? So it's easy, huh? Okay, let's try next one. Is he cold? So cold, you know that it's with avoir, right? Cold, hot, it's avoir. Okay, I'll make it simple. Okay, he is cold, okay, and not is he cold. Try now. Help me, please. Aidez-moi.
इसका आएगा इल
Mhm.
अवॉर के साथ करना है ना तो इल एस्ट इल 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 एफ्रो
Yeah, avoir, the conjugation. What's the conjugation of avoir? Okay, let's start from beginning. J'ai, tu as, il, क्या आएगा यहाँ पे?
इल
Il a,
इला
yeah. Nous avons,
vous avez
vous avez, ils vont,
वो
right?
इल
And
सॉरी
yeah, that's okay. So what should come now that you know that we say cold or hot, my feeling or his feeling we use with say with avoir. So what's the conjugation with il of avoir? Il a, and what's the replacement for cold?
फ्रॉ
Yeah, il a froid. Easy, huh? Okay, next one. He needs help.
needs इल आ then what was the help fuck we did about
So help is avoir besoin de.
besoin yeah because he
Yeah,
needs help war besoin de
yeah, yeah. कितना होगा फिर? Needs कितना होगा? Il a besoin.
il a besoin de he needs help
Help. How do you say help me again? Okay, which verb replaces help in English, in French? Aider. Aider. So aider, third person aid बन जाता है. Il a besoin d'aide. Aider. If we conjugate that, it's aid. Il a besoin d'aide. Okay. Next. So he's right. How will I write that? With avoir.
with about il y a listen, il y a raison
Il a raison. Très bien. He feels good.
il a
Okay. It's mhm.
il y a envie de
Okay. He feels like eating. Il a envie de. What is the verb for eating?
Manger. Manger.
Yeah, il a envie de manger. He feels like eating. Il a envie de manger.
Manger.
Let's club that. I'm hungry and I feel like eating.
I'm hungry and I feel like I am hungry and
Right. How would I say that in French?
j'ai faim et il avait des mange.
No.
Sorry,
मैं
j'ai
आप deal कर
faim
रहे हैं.
et j'ai envie de
Yeah.
manger.
ये très bien. ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਪੂਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਵਾਂਗੇ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਖ ਲੱਗੀ ਆ ਮੈਂ ਕੁਝ ਖਾਣਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਖਾਣ ਦਾ ਜੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਜੇ ਫਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਖ ਲੱਗੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਖਾਣ ਦਾ ਜੀ ਕਰਦਾ how would in French j'ai faim et j'ai envie de manger मुझे भूख लगी है मेरा कुछ खाने का मन हो रहा है so that's how we say in French